Shorekeeper is just around the corner, and we've got to see some of what she has to offer in the trailer for version 1.3. However, there's something that was also revealed in that trailer that just might change Wuthering Waves forever. And that is that she can transform into a butterfly and move around the overworld. If this is implemented properly, it would signal a new age in Wuthering Waves exploration and overworld quality of life. To really understand why Shorekeeper's butterfly transformation is a big deal, let's compare it with a character who's already changing the way we explore in Tower of Fantasy. Alyss. Alyss is a character or simulacrum from Tower of Fantasy, another open-world gacha game like Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves. Alyss has a unique dodge attack, which acts like a special sprint, like you see in Genshin Impact with characters like Ayaka or Mona, to where she transforms into a butterfly herself, and can fly around the overworld at a pretty decent speed that looks pretty similar to what we see from Shorekeeper. What makes her incredible is that her sprint is actual flight. She doesn't stop at cliffs, she just keeps going. She maintains her elevation throughout the flight, and on top of that, you can also enter this special sprint while in the air. As you can see, she adds another layer of options to mobility that you can't quite get with anything else. Just like in Wuthering Waves, you can sprint infinitely in the overworld of Tower of Fantasy, but special sprints, like Alyss's, consume some stamina, which is all well and good, since we get a lot of stamina to work with in Tower of Fantasy. But how will Kuro Games implement this? As of the making of this video, no character so far has a special sprint. Sure, we know that running up walls and actively dashing consumes stamina, but who's to say? And if it does consume stamina, at what rate? How will it interact with the complex terrain? We'll have to wait and see. But I hope that Kuro Games can take some inspiration from what Tower of Fantasy has been able to do with Alyss to bring a positively refreshing experience to getting around in the overworld. But Alyss isn't the only character in Tower of Fantasy that brings something fresh and unique to exploration. There are so many characters that add one thing or the other that's unique to them to make exploration a lot more interesting, like Rubelia or Nola, just to name a few. And the fun part is that because in Tower of Fantasy, you can swap between characters basically whenever you want. Like in the air, you can combine many different characters' unique exploration skills together and have a great time getting around, figuring out ways to get to uniquely high places and things like that. And if they knock it out of the park with Shorekeeper, then I have high hopes for the future of Kuro Games and our overworld experience. So what do you think? Will Shorekeeper's butterfly sprint live up to these expectations? And for those of you watching after she's been released, how does she feel in-game? Let me know in the comments. I'm excited to see what Shorekeeper brings to Wuthering Waves. If Kuro Games takes inspiration from what Tower of Fantasy has done, we could be in for something amazing. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. See you next time!